My people, this African auntie has embarrassed all of us. This auntie has embarrassed all of us. Oh, auntie, why? Auntie, why? This is not a funny thing, but God, it shows that, when it comes to crime, age is not a barrier. This our beautiful African auntie, 61 years old, has been caught allegedly having done the life in the UK test for at least 14 people. This our auntie disguises herself and sits for the life in the UK test for people and takes money from them. Auntie, why? And finally, auntie has been caught. Oh, auntie. Guys, if you want to know more about this, stay tuned. Stop that. For those who don't know, the life in the UK test is a test that you have to take as part of the process to become a permanent resident in the UK and then hopefully to become a citizen in the UK. So some people call it the citizenship test, but the actual name is the life in the UK test, guys. This test is actually not easy. I actually took some time off to do mine. I took about a week's annual leave to actually prepare for this test. And the fact that you be asked who invented this, what was the war of what, when was this British building established and all of that, it can be difficult for some people. So first of all, this test consists of 24 questions covering a wide range of topics, including British history, like I mentioned, British culture and social norms. And there was a study that revealed that only 42% of actual British citizens could pass the test without studying. Only 42%. This highlights the difficulty of this. So other aunties, who have not been to school, who never went to school, it will be tough for them. So this woman, obviously, it looks like she has mastered the life in the UK test. And then apparently what she does is she disguises herself using different types of wigs, and then she'll contact people through Facebook. That is risky, auntie. Auntie, why? Facebook. So people reach out to her on Facebook apparently, and then she uses multiple disguises and fake identification document, fake IDs. So she would take her passport photo on your ID card and make it look like it is her, because at the Life in the UK test center, they will check if it's actually you on the ID card. So this woman has been faking IDs. Auntie, that is a serious crime, auntie. Auntie, this is a huge 61 years old auntie. And then she will use different kind of wigs so that she will look different. And auntie was a bit smart because she was not booking the test at the same place. So she was booking it across different places in the UK. So today she will go and write for somebody in Liverpool, and then tomorrow auntie will go and write for somebody in Manchester, and then the next day she's in London. Auntie, why? Why, auntie? I'm so hurt for this auntie. I mean, going to prison at 61 years old. Auntie has been doing this from June 2022 up until August 2023. That's like for about a year, right? And then how did they find auntie? Somebody gave them a tip. Another person tipped the authorities, and then they went to do their investigation, and now auntie has been arrested for this. When the authorities went into auntie's residence in North London, they found different arrays of wigs. I want to tell the British authorities that you're likely going to find same number of wigs in every African auntie's house. African women love wigs. So that shouldn't be a surprise to them. You can come to my house and then you find maybe about 7 different or 8 different wigs, And so they saw these things, and then they also saw several false documents, several false IDs. So this incident underscores the vulnerabilities in the immigration system and the potential for abuse of it. The life in the UK test is designed to ensure that applicants have a sufficient understanding of British values, British history, British culture, and then the whole British society. However, fraudulent activities like this can undermine the integrity of the process. They want to make sure that you have enough knowledge of the UK before they grant you permanent stay or before they grant you citizenship. So the UK Home Office has taken swift actions to address this issue. Immigration Enforcement Inspector Mr. Philip Parr described the scheme as dangerous and emphasized the meticulous planning involved. The government is committed to ensuring the integrity of the immigration process and preventing similar abuses or similar incidents in the future. Now that auntie has been caught, I'm very sure that all the people that she did it for are going to be caught as well. So all the people that she ever did it for, get ready. This is really, really sad. These are some of the proposed solutions. When you go online, some people are saying quite a lot of things. Let me read some to you. Some of the comments I saw from Facebook. So somebody is saying that this has been going on for years and no one in authority cares. This is a white lady. Someone said, which is why simple mandatory checks like fingerprinting must be introduced. This will prevent many frauds. And I'm very sure that the UK Home Office are going to take this advice. That very soon they're going to say you have to thumbprint, you have to do face recognition before you do the life in the UK test, making things more difficult, right? Someone says, what a joke. The UK citizenship is very easy for you. Why these people are not able to learn and pass it? I would deport all of them. You see? So someone is also saying, this is the one day court. Can you imagine how many have passed so far? So obviously, if Aunty is doing this, and it's very likely that other people that are doing it as well. You know, and I'm just wondering how much Aunty charges to take the test for you. So obviously they are going to do enhanced verification. They are going to strengthen their verification process for test takers to identify or to prevent identity fraud. They're also going to increase surveillance, implementing more robust surveillance measures at test centers to detect suspicious individuals or suspicious activities. And they're going to make the public aware and educate the public about the risk involved and the consequences involved in engaging in such fraudulent activities. So if you're also doing something and you've not been caught yet, please stop. Don't take the test for anybody. These aunties and uncles are bold. I remember there was one time this auntie, maybe she'll be around 50 years old. She's just around my mom's age, and then she's in the UK. How do I know this auntie? You know, in Africa, every elderly woman is our auntie. She used to be our neighbor, one of the places that I used to live back in Ghana, right? And then, you know, she's like an auntie, right? And I hadn't heard from her for so long, maybe over a decade. And then she finally got hold of my number. She's seen me on YouTube and all of that. She's so proud of me. And this auntie has been in the UK for a while. And she's been working in a hospital. Look, I don't want to give so much details. And she wants to upgrade, but there's a test that she has to do. I think she's being like a cleaner, right? But then she wants to do sort of like, let's say, a band 3 HCA or something. But then apparently as part of the interview process, she has to do an interview or pass a test or something of that sort. And this auntie called me. Initially, she started like, oh, she wants to move to Northern Ireland. I should help her and all of that. And then later she moved to even the test. They don't do a lot of ID checks. So if I could come and do it for her. I'm like, what, auntie? I phoned my mother. My mother was angry. How? Me and Nell. Obviously, the test is going to be very easy for me as a nurse. Doing a band 2 test is going to be very, very easy for me. But don't put me in the... I said, no, auntie, I can't do that. These aunties are very bold. You know, some of them have done worse things to get to where they are. And they think that no, auntie, no, don't put me in. What? And now because, and now front page, God forbid, because I took a test for auntie woo. Auntie, don't do that to me. Fast forward, when I said no, and then later she said I should find her a job in Northern Ireland. I should do a CV for her. CV I can help you do. I can help you draft a CV. That's no crime, right? But when you get that job, you're going for that interview, it will be only you. When you're asked to do a test, it will be only you. So later, after that, I haven't heard from her in a long time. But don't let these aunties put you in trouble. Don't let these people put you in trouble. They'll say, oh, people do it, they pass. Auntie, look at you now. No matter how much you made, you didn't make up to £1 million. Now you're going to be arrested. And I bet you, it's only 14 people that they've been able to detect. I'm very sure this auntie was doing it for so many people. And because she's been doing it, she very much knows the test centers and which ones have weak security, you know? So she knows, and they're probably going to discover way more later. Auntie, stop that. You're embarrassing us. Aunties and uncles, stop that. So this is my advice for aspiring migrants or aspiring permanent residents in the UK. So for those who want to take the test in the future, honestly, there's so many resources. I have done a video where I showed you the various ways you can use to pass. I gave apps for those that, you know, would rather use apps to pass. I gave videos. I gave you resources on how to pass for those that want to watch videos to pass. Those that want to read the book, you know, I gave tips and tricks to pass this test. Oh God, I did a whole video, and that is a video that benefited so many people. So many people watched the video and passed their test. I told you that they don't set new questions every day because people are taking the test every day. They don't do that. It's a pool of questions about and then the history of the UK does not change. The history of the British people does not change. It's the same history today, tomorrow. And the person who invented the first television is not going to change. It's the same person in 2025 and it'll be the same person in 2035. So you have to master the possible likely questions that can come from all of these sections. And I told you there are apps with a pool of questions that you can take. You can try solving all of these questions prior to, and I bet you that your 24 questions are likely to come out of these pool of questions. And these apps are on the Apple website. Just solve them and learn the British history. It's good for you yourself. It's quite interesting, you know. I will leave a link here. If you are yet to take the test, and if you're wondering how you're going to pass the test, I'm going to leave a link here. Don't let anybody do it for you. I'm going to leave a link here to my video where I explained exactly how I passed mine and how you can pass yours. And I even gave examples of some of the questions that you're likely to see. Don't be scared. So watch this video right here. Do you have any similar experiences with some of these aunties and uncles? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. This is how the app is like. Hey! Okay. So let's try test 1. Obviously, let's try the very first test. Guys, before I do this, let me issue a disclaimer. I'm not dumb, okay? Don't judge me. Do not let what I get in this test change how you see me. I'm still the beautiful, smart Ghanaian lady. Okay, which of these forts were part of Hadrian's Wall? First of all, I don't know what Hadrian's Wall is. The options are Howe Street, Skara Brae, Sutton Hoo, not applicable. I'm not going to choose not applicable. It sounds like a tricky thing. Let me just choose Skara Brae. Oh boy. But come on, like how does knowing this answer make me a better citizen? Why should me being a citizen be determined by me knowing this answer? Doesn't change anything. Let's choose Skara Brae or whatever. So I was wrong. The answer is Howe Street. Next, the monarch is the head of the Church of England. True or false? The monarch is the church. The monarch is the church. I think it's false. I honestly think this is false. It was true. If you did not get it right, just know that we are going home together.